Let's do this.
Let's chuck some tails.
Chuck some tits.
What?
Yeah, sure.
And we're live.
Let's
Let's do this.
Let's chuck some tails.
Oh shit.
What, are we live?
We're live.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We
Hello.
are live.
Is it me you're looking for?
I
How
can
are we all
see it
doing?
in your eyes.
Oh shizzle.
Village says it was the only way to keep them warm, Jay.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Well, we
So
are finally here.
How is everybody doing? Is everybody good? Golden? Happy times are not far away.
Golden.
So I'm going to go for the shout out. Seems as Jay's put me in fucking charge tonight.
Whoa.
So I'm going to roll with this. Let a
It's
few more
team
people
effort.
jump in first. What do you mean, whoa?
Why are you saying like I bullied you into it?
You did bully me into it.
Not even.
I said, who's taking charge tonight? And you said, you are.
No. Well, considering you said it.
And you also did say that you were going to get that picture out of him in a dress.
Okay.
Now it saves.
I'm just, what? Nobody needs to see that.
Nobody needs any of that shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Right, remember live
you,
chat, everybody. Live chat.
Demir.
So you can chat live. Okay, so I'm going to roll through some shout outs then, guys, if that's all right with you.
No, it's not
Go
that.
for it.
It's that.
Now, oh, now you did.
Cup the balls, cup the balls.
Exactly.
The snowballs outrace though.
Snowballs. Right, we got Coil, Image, Live Vape and Chill, Kushti Kushti, Daily Vape TV, Nicholas Cage. We got Derek Grant, Vapor Bunny, Dire Thing, Grizzly Vapes, Tomac, Dandemir, Shane Foster, Dion78, Scott MC, Omran, how we
Here.
doing? There's me. Hello, me.
Here.
Hello, me.
Hello, me.
Here,
Hello,
sir.
me.
Here, it sounds
Hello,
like
bro
doing a
babes.
fucking
Hello,
register.
little bro babes.
Here.
Hello. We have Ronnie Campbell, Tomac, Liz, Koval K. Hello, Liz. We have Village Vapor. Village. Whoa, chat is fucking flying. Guys, bear with me.
He's weighing up his options, old village.
We have the wonderful Emily K. Hello, Emily. Stuart, welcome. We're nearly at the bottom here.
Don't forget the vaping pastry.
Vaping pasty.
Oh, pasty, not pastries. Sorry, Don. I got it wrong.
Vaping pastry. Dion78. And I'm almost at the bottom. Anthony Shepherd. And Ian Morgan. There we go.
To be fair, though, a pasty is pastry, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's all a little crimped around the edges.
But, so, how's everyone doing?
Everyone looks tired.
It's one of them Sundays, isn't it?
I think I'm still
Yes, it fucking
recovering.
is.
I know Mo's definitely recovering.
Yeah. I'm not hungover or anything. I'm just super tired. I'm super tired. But
Oh, Jules felt left out. He didn't
Jules,
shout her out.
Mama,
Hi,
this is
Jules.
for you.
I never fucking saw her name. I was scrolling through. Hello, Jules.
Are you on live chat?
It's big and fucking
am, yeah.
blue. How can you not see it?
Because every time I'm looking at through them, there's all of us in there as well.
You looked through her. That's not nice, see? You just totally ignored her.
Love you, Jules.
No, Aiden.
That was a window.
Oh,
So-
what window was that? The oval-shaped window.
Yeah,
God.
Big Ted.
Fucking hell.
I'm a Big Ted from play school. Looking through the round window.
Oh, God.
But anyway, let's go round and fucking who's doing what they're vaping on. I don't know what you're doing.
Are we doing a quick one?
Yeah.
Just do a quick one. The one that I've been really enjoying is the Realm from Blitz. I wish I'd have got the actual skull one, but I haven't. I've just got the little one. Really nice. This. It's a little bit like your car. You know when your petrol's going down and it gets right down to the bottom. It's the same with this battery. You think you've run out of battery, but it just carries on going forever on actually nothing on it. So yeah, really loving that. And inside that, I have got some Just Juice, Blood Orange, Cactus. No, sorry, Citrus and Guava. Just put the cactus in there. That's a bit.
Cactus is a thing now.
dyslexia.
Hey, cactus is nice in liquids. Tastes real good, cactus.
I tell you what I've got over there. I've
but
actually got some avocado and cucumber.
It's so far from citrus.
Yeah, but the writing's not clear, and I'm a bit dyslexic.
No, I'll give you that.
And I will pass it over to Jay, because
hello.
Nick's busy still sorting his computer out, Paul.
Hello. So I am on the be seeing you, the A-Fang. I know how to crack my up. I'm on the A-Fang with some Just Juice.
On the throat.
Just Juice, and this is kiwi cranberry on ice. And I have got a sample version of the Sigeli Glory. This is one to watch out for. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be very close competition with this and the Caliburn.
What's it called?
The Glory. Not the whole,
So
the
if you
Glory.
if you vape it in the morning, then it'll be your morning glory.
Way!
Do you know what? I had to stop myself from saying whole as well. It actually was just about to come out, and then I stopped myself.
Do you know what's good about this? So this has got haptic feedback. For those of you who don't know, it vibrates. So you put the pod in,
Ladies, buy it now.
and it vibrates. When you vape on it, after you've had 12 vapes, it vibrates to say that's equals to about a cigarette's worth on 20 milligram. It's got a curve on it, so basically, if you're gonna have a long toke on it, you could toke on it, and then it'll drop down 1 watt to save the coil. Toke on it longer, and then it'll drop down another watt to save the battery life. But the initial hit that you get is the one with all the flavour and all the vapour, and then really good.
Oh, that's cool.
Really good.
Looks like the Vladden.
Yeah, a little bit, doesn't it?
What's the shape of it? Let me see the bottom. Oh, okay. So it's just a football, well, American football shape.
A rugby ball.
Football.
And the pods are quite decent as well.
What sort of price for the pods, do you know?
I ain't got a clue yet. I don't think it's out.
Can you? Is there any way that you can like plug that in and customize the curve to it, or is it just like an automated curve?
I already asked that. It's one.
That's
It's
the pro version.
It's just set.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you could adjust it.
But the thing is, this is what the thing that's revolutionary about it. It's giving the user feedback. You know, so when you've had 12 puffs, it's telling you you've had 12 puffs on 20 milligrams. That equals to a cigarette's worth.
Is that going to make a difference to somebody, do you think, then?
Well, there's no one out there that does that. There's no other mod out there that vibrates to say, here you go, you've had just about a cigarette's worth, a normal cigarette. So it's good for a new starter. Because I always get asked, how do I know when to stop vaping? Well, you won't for the first 2 weeks. You'll be high as a kite on nicotine. Which is generally the case. Until your body gets used to it, and then you sort of plateau, and then you know where you're going on the wavy boat.
We've got a bit of dance moves going off here.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I'm vaping on. Oh, and in that I have got some Just Juice Mango Passion.
No cactus.
No Cactus Jack. And
No
I will
cacti.
pass it on to Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Now I wish I had a cactus flavor, like ready to go, because
Cactus is good,
someone should be vaping a cactus flavor. I'm just saying.
I
ADs.
finished mine up.
Literally only have 2. Boom, still on the twister kit.
Oh my god.
I still like it a lot, although it takes forever to charge. I just have it plugged in next to me as I'm playing Call of Duty and just puff on it. I hate doing that, but it works.
And what have you got inside it? Oh, no.
Raspberry.
I love that berry.
Grabby, grab.
A little bit of the
Is there,
berry.
sorry to interrupt you, Nick. Is there anything else coming forward about that being available in the UK?
Man, there's just so much going on right now in the US that we haven't even talked about anything. Like Blaz at this point is just staying where it's at for right now. But I mean, eventually I don't know. I would have to talk to the owner, the actual owner, the one who invested the money into it, to see if I can just have a part or a share of it so that I could take the flavors and approach a company over there to produce it over there. Because that's what really needs to happen to keep the price low enough, because your market is so fucked that like people only want two-pound bottles.
Blame
Like
Manchester.
they want to get juice for like 2 pounds a bottle, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty rough. But it's always a possibility. That's the thing. It's always a possibility. But as of right now, no real plans until we find out, whether or not the president is going to ban vaping altogether over here, basically.
Well, Nick's just Vic has just said that he watched the beginning of JA's live show, and they're saying that a federal level flavor ban could be incoming.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but the other setup I have is this. This is
The Nunchaku 2, no?
No, the original Nunchaku with the Mesh 2.
Nice.
The Mesh 2 RDA. It's way, 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 way better than the original Mesh RDA from Vandy Vape. That being said,
it could be any worse.
It's essentially a clone of the profile deck with the drop dead cap. That's it. That's all it is. So, zero innovation, but at the same time, I'm enjoying vaping on it. So, who's to say?
Do you know, as a reviewer, do you know when somebody actually sends you something, you think, oh, I've been waiting for that for ages, and then you open it up and it's actually rainbow colored. You think, oh no, I really wanted the silver one.
We got Lipstick Josh in the house.
Don't care. I could care less about color. I had something to match, and it's actually a really nice setup. So
it does. It looks good.
In there, I've got some occultists.
I love that.
Past the point where the bottle looks really cool.
I love that
bottle. Is so cool, man.
Yeah, it's good bottle.
But that's just a mixed fruit, and that's what I'm vaping on. Who hasn't gone? Aiden?
No, I've been.
You've been gone? Yep. Mo's gone. No? Guess whose turn it is?
Right, moving on. So the next section in the show, I'm joking.
Yeah. Next segment. I'm on the Tesla Invader V4 with the Widowmaker on the top. I've got some of this killer custard in there still. I've literally got dregs of it left. And then my work beater, which is this thing with that thing on top. And in there, I've got some pink lemonade from Vapetasia, which is a fucking... It's a nice liquid. I forgot how good it actually was.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, that.
So that's what I'm running tonight, peoples. I don't have a mouth-to-lung setup because, for some reason, I've been running some Nick salts through this, right? I used the coil that was pre-installed in the tank, and that was absolutely fucking peachy. But this is a Nick salt coil, and the draw on it is super fucking tight.
Yeah.
Super tight.
I don't like one-ohm Nick salt coils. I've got a sub-ohm that 0.6, 0.8.
Like it feels like it sounds like it's gargling as well, and it doesn't make sense why it's doing it. It's really, really weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna pick up some more of the original coils for that and keep it going because it's a cracking setup, that is.
Usually, if it's gargling, it's that you haven't got your wick tight enough to your coil, isn't it?
It's a pre-thingy.
Fuck
stock
you,
coil.
Swaggins.
Stock coil.
Yeah, but it's only doing it with the Nick salt coil, and the wick holes are really small as well. So I don't know whether it's a shit coil or not, but that's me anyway.
And Swaggins, at least I acknowledged you on it, unlike that super posh show that you was just on that I jumped into. Cheers, brother.
So yeah. What's going down then?
Well, I'm still recovering.
Yeah,
I need to live vicariously through you guys, so tell me all the details and all the glory of Expo.
Well, do you want to know, right, the main thing? Pods. Chinese companies you never even heard of before. Pods. More Chinese companies that have just come out of the woodwork. Pods.
Even one called Gash.
Pods.
Ah, I'm with you there, Vic. But yeah, apart from that, there was there wasn't anything like really that, not even juice, was there? That was really new, was there? Really?
Well, obviously, we both
We had
got
a few.
the top side, didn't we? The light. I know most of us reviewers got it to review. That was released at the expo.
Oh yeah.
I did see that. If you haven't checked out Jay's vlog, go and check it out. There was an interview in that with the actual phone people.
Oh no, I never put that in.
You didn't put it in? No, you didn't know.
I'm gonna upload that separate.
If you check mine out, there's a bit of it in there on mine. The little tiny pod system that you can actually answer your phone to.
Oh, that was mad. Seriously, you could vape on it. It rung, and you go, "Hello, yes, I'm on my vape phone."
So fucking cool.
You pissed in a bottle.
It could... AIO, yeah.
It was really good.
AIO.
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 The setup was a little bit weird as well. Did you not find that?
Yeah, a little bit like Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, whatever it's called. You know where you go?
Diagon Alley? What?
Diagon Alley, whatever it's called. You've got to go off to the side, and then you went off to another bit, and it was just all over the joint. You had the main red carpet, and then there were just side bits off everywhere.
And then when you get down the bottom, you had the village, which was all ram-packed so tight.
Johnny!
The village?
Yeah, the village. They called it the village down the bottom. Like,
Ronald
you had,
Weekly,
who did you have down there? Pod Salts, Just Juice, a V30, Stig.
I just picture little shanties.
It was a little bit like that.
It was really
Come and buy my
tightly
wares.
compact.
Come and buy my wares.
Right? Just like, come in,
Clink, clink,
come
clink,
in.
clink.
It pretty much was. There was
Come
only
and
like
try
two
some
ways
liquid.
in. There was literally two ways in. Like, well, one from this angle and one from that angle.
Ooh, sounds like a good night.
I feel like there was like pickpocketers there, like just
Well, to be honest with you, they were quite a bit stolen as well. I don't know if you've seen it on any of the UK bits, but there was stuff stolen from stands and personal things from people, which were not very good.
No, so fuck you, you thieving cunts.
Fuck you, you
Damn.
thieving cunts.
no one in this chat has stolen something from a stand. Come on.
No, I'm not
Let's
saying it's these, but if they watch this and then they, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not to you lot. You lot are lovely, obviously.
Ooh.
See,
But it was out
this
to
is
them.
how you get yourself in trouble.
Oh,
We love you,
I
people in chat. We love you. We know
I
it's
shouldn't
not
be
you.
on the wine.
Fuck you, Mike Smacks. Oh wait. Oh,
Mike Vapes.
speaking of Mike Smacks, just a brief intermission. Mo, why is Mike not here? What did you do to him?
Nothing. I did absolutely nothing to him. He's fine. He's recovering. It's going to leave it at that.
He must have swallowed some, not spit.
Sounds like he was in the hospital or something. Like he is hung over.
Yeah, he's not in a good shape. So he is absent tonight.
We'll leave
But,
it there.
That will learn him.
That will learn him.
No, it won't.
Yes, that will learn
No, it
him
won't.
Yeah, until the
valuable
next
life
time.
lessons. Yeah.
Not until he meets his friend Jack Daniels again.
It was
It
good
wasn't
fun.
even Jack, it was a single malt. It kicked him in.
Yeah. And he was calling me a lightweight.
And who's not on the show?
He's drank a liter of.
Who's
single
the
malt
lightweight
whiskey.
now, Michael?
I don't think it was a litre, was it? Was it a litre bottle?
Fucking litres, nothing.
What it looked like.
Fucking litres, nothing. I'll fucking drink 2 litres of fucking cheap vodka, no problem.
But I was on the Desperados, and then I hit the tequila, and I was fine. I was tired as fuck, but I hit the tequila. Fucking hell. And he was calling me a lightweight. Who's not on the show?
Did it have a worm?
Hey, Mo, you're just a professional.
I am. Someone give me an apple so I can shine it.
What, and then put it on your head and we can shoot it?
I thought you was going to say so I can make cider out of it and carry on drinking.
No, I don't.
Ooh,
Chew it and
cider.
spit.
Shall I just have some now?
Oh,
But no.
But yeah, just going back onto Expo, they did have
Yeah.
a modders gallery there as well. Did you get into that, Jay?
No.
It wasn't like massive and a few stands hadn't turned up, but there was some really nice stuff in there, some stab wood stuff in there. Then you had the build section next to it. There were loads of people going up to the build stuff. If you check Jewel Mama Vapes out, her blog on there shows a lot of that. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Elitist bastards.
Elitist.
But you guys did pick up some hardware though.
Yeah.
Some pretty nice stuff. Did you see the SQ
Yeah.
top side?
Top side, yeah. It was big.
Big?
It was quite big.
Huh.
It was chunky.
Square too, from the looks of it.
Yeah, it's like the front bit where the grip bits, the finger grooves. That's nice, but for me, I think I've got relatively big hands. It was still like quite square on the back side of it. It would have been, I don't know. I think it would have been a bit more pleasing on the hand if it was rounded off on the corners.
Yeah.
Vic, is there another one in Germany then? The Hall of Vapes then in November.
Yeah.
So that's another Is there? I didn't know that.
What are you doing, Jay?
Rounding off the edges.
He's reminiscing from when he was a schoolboy. Nice boy. Nice boy.
You're the one with the centre party, mate.
I ain't got such a party. I've just got nowhere now.
Stop it. So there was another thing there, the homage.
Jeremy Beadle had.
Yes, the homage.
Did anyone see that? What do you think? Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Gotta look for
My
it.
good hand. It's my good hand. Finally coming through.
I don't know. But
Take my strong hand.
I will let you know.
In the wrapper still? Come on, Jay.
Mate, I've been busy.
I'll tell you what I really like about that, though. It comes with 5 coils.
5 coils.
That's this many.
This many. That is good.
That is a good selling point, I think.
I think everybody should do that. Then
I
you
agree.
then you can get a true sense of which coil you really want to go with when you go and buy coils.
You got to think, I've reviewed a few Vactail stuff, and they're putting 1 coil in it. So, it's like the new Nano that they've come out with. The trial, but it doesn't even put the new mesh coil that they've got, which is a C4. Vic's reviewed it as well. It's a fixed tank. They didn't even put a spare glass in it. So if you bought that kit, you've got a chance. If you break the glass, then you've got to go and source a glass. And then if your coil's a dud one, the first one that you put in, the whole kit that you've just bought is buggered.
Which, to be fair, is quite likely to happen because at least one of the coils out of the fucking box that you get is always shit.
See you later, Josh.
You haven't even unboxed it yet and still talking shit.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general.
Fine.
The Nano does take the Nautilus coil, so they are quite easy to get. But a lot of the stuff that you do get, a lot of the bricks and mortar stores don't stock the coils for it. So you're having to go online. A lot of the UK ones, they'll have the bog standard stuff like your Falcons and your Nautiluses and stuff like that. The Mesh Pros have only just sort of like really hit the shops, whether they've constantly got them. But it's very hard to get older coils.
Mate, I've always got coils in the shop that I'm at. Always.
Coils for days.
Coils for days.
bruh.
We do a fucking dedicated coil stock take day. And it takes ages.
It must be hard, though, to stock every single coil.
Oh, we don't stock every single coil. But there's a lot of cross-compatible coils out there as well these days.
Yeah.
So, for argument's sake, I wouldn't stock baby coils because I know that the Vapresso NRG coils fit that. So, I would just sell them that instead because it's a better coil. And also the OBS Cube coils, I think they fit it as well. So, there's a lot of cross-compatible coils nowadays.
If anybody's in chat actually finds any sort of stuff on the internet where they're actually telling you the cross coils, what things take and what they don't take, please let us know. Send it over to the site. I think it's a nice bit of information for people who've got devices and stuff like that to know what coils fit in what. So if anybody finds anything,
employees.
Yeah. Even glasses. We've got a few glasses. Like I know the Jackaroo glass fits. Dandemir, help me here. It fits something.
The Falcon glass fits the Cerberus tank.
Oh, there you go. Also, I know it's going back to old school stuff, but the 5mm bubble glass from the Colito actually fits the Nautilus X with the chimney section on it. So you can have a Nautilus X mouth to lung with the chimney section and a 5mm bowl.
Hell yeah!
I thought the same thing. It fits something.
Yeah.
Just ground everything, putting it on you before.
Yeah.
Nick actually brought up a good point here. He said too many stock coilers out now, along with pods. Vape shops won't stock everything.
That's the thing.
And I don't know, you guys aren't dealing with an online ban or anything like that, but in America, we're dealing with lots and lots of bans all over the place. And one of the big things is online sales might be going away. So my question is, since vape shops typically don't carry, a lot of rebuildable things anymore, it's mostly for the hobbyists and most people get them online. What do you think would happen if in your country, we'll say, online sales go away overnight? Do you think you would have to change all the inventory in the shop, or would rebuilding go away?
I don't know, but my boss will be loving it. That's for sure.
Well,
I'm liking that a lot of, obviously I know a lot of pod systems are coming out and the systems like this as well, the AIOs. It's nice to see that they're coming out with an RBA with it as well, so you can actually build the deck and wick it yourself. Is that the future, do you feel?
Yeah, well, that's going to be the next phase. As the pods slowly die, they're just going to plummet, because they already are. Like, there's that many out there now. Like, it's just going to be AIO central.
Thanks, Hip Hop. It is going to be nice to see them sort of things, isn't it? Now, obviously, for somebody who's just starting off vaping, it's not going to be very good, is it?
No, but right. So it's an AIO. The RBA section is an optional extra, so people can get the feel of it with stock coils. That's fine. But the AIO, I love that the RBA section. Like, you can play about with it. You can put your own different builds in. You ain't got to piss around fucking spending money on coils. You just re-wick it and whatnot.
It isn't that complicated as well with them sort of like tiny coils. You're doing maybe 4 wraps or whatever, or 5 wraps, and you can
spaced.
Spaced, yeah, and you just get your coiling tool and just wrap it round and you're done. And they're not that simple. It's like with the glass mouth to lung. You just undo 2 screws, fit it in, screw it back in, prime it, and you're ready to go.
I love RBAs if they work. If they're easy to use, user-friendly.
E-I-E-I-O.
But yeah, going back to the online sales thing, I don't know. It'll be a difficult one, because you'd have to stock. See, this is the thing. Over time, you get to learn the market and what people want. So you'd stock most popular things. Like, things that you still stock now are like Nautilus coils. You stock loads of them, sell loads of them. It's just a thing that people still want. So over time, if online sales went, over time we'd work out what people would want. And then, because obviously you can't stock everything because there's that much fucking stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So another question is that what dictates the necessity for the market, in saying that, why do we have 8,000 pod systems right now and not more like better sub-ohm tanks or, squonkers or whatnot? Like, why is it that the market seems to be flooded by just nothing but pods lately?
Because that's what we're in, the pod era.
Do you think, obviously, with the situation of what's happening in the US and how the market sort of turned itself, it's a lot easier to spew out a load of these pod systems because they're very cheap to make, because they're just plastic, board inside them. You're just spewing them out. You've got to think as well, they make such a profit off them. You look at a set of kilo pods, they're £15 for, I think it's 4 of them. And they've got less than 2 mil of liquid in them. I think they're 1.8. So they're making a fortune. Normally you get a bottle full for that, wouldn't you? So you're making a fortune on for 10 mils of juice.
Reason I ask partially is because I personally, I don't use pods. I don't really use Salt Nick all that often. And I prefer the UK Salt Nick. I know it's a sin, Jay, but I prefer the UK Salt Nick 10 and 20 milligram over the American system, which is typically 25 or 45 or 35 and 50. Like, I can't stand the high milligram because it just kills me.
Fucking hell, it rocks you out. Like that day I had to pull over.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm considering not doing pod system reviews anymore. I'm just saying no to just manufacturers because of that, and just focusing on what I'm good at, which is either rebuildable hardware or even stock sub-ohm coil tanks.
Does that mean Fresh Build Friday's coming back?
When I can get a PC, Fresh Build Friday will be back, but I don't have the money for that right now.
Do you feel that everything that's been out and done, you've got to think that 2000, back end of 2018 and 2019, there's not been that much that's come out where you've gone, obviously we had the top side and stuff like that, but there's not been absolutely something that's come out and gone, do you know what, this is a revolutionary, it's absolutely fantastic. It's been a lot of regurgitated stuff. There might be the odd one or two, but there's been a lot of regurgitated stuff. Has it come to a point in the vaping industry where we've lost ideas? Is there no more innovation that we could use?
I tell you one thing which is good is the Aspire's new tank, the one that's got like a diamond glass to it.
The Odan.
Yeah, that is fucking cool, because if you've seen the up closies or if you've used one, when you push the coil in, it opens the juice flow to the inside of the tank.
That's already been done. That was done by Inikin, but the last iSub that's already been done.
The top. When you take the top off, So that means you can change the coil with juice in it. Is that what you're saying, Mo?
No, what it is, the way it works. Like, yeah, I know the iSub did it so you could take the coil out without losing the juice, but it's the way it works. It's got the little slider thing inside the chimney. Okay. So when you take the coil out, the little holes that go around the chimney, they close up.
Thanks, Puffin Billy.
And then when you push the coil back in, it opens the juice flow. So it's got like a sort of a clip thing as the coil slides in. It opens.
Yeah, that's how the Inikin iSub, it was I've moved the coils now.
The VE.
That's how that worked.
The VE, the fucking iSub B, all them do that.
Yeah, iSub B I was thinking of. I
didn't know it had the little toggles inside.
Yeah, so
and it just pushes up.
So you got the chimney sleeve, and then basically when you take the top off, it's on a spring, so it comes up and blocks the the juice flow. So when you put the cap on, which I think is a little bit of a shit idea, really, you've got to really push down to get the spring down and then twist it on.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'll tell you what, the iSub B is probably one of the worst tanks to fill as well, because you have to take the top off and it leaves the glass bare, and it sits into like a little, little, whatever it is, what they're called, chamber thing, where you sit it in, and you have to sort of hold the glass and then fill it.
Oh,
absolute nightmare. So if you sort of like tip your glass a little bit, you're losing all your liquid. It's no good.
Yeah.
My question is, why haven't we explored more avenues like the ceramic coil? Like, people came and went pretty quickly.
Because it was shit.
Well, but why haven't we done anything to improve it, you know? Like, why hasn't anyone tackled that?
The ceramic breaks down and you get fucking ceramic particles in your fucking throat.
Yeah, but
that was one of the big things.
Something you could do.
Well,
because other industries use ceramic heating elements and stuff like that. And yes, Vic, I realize that Vaporesso still does ceramic coils. It's kind of part of the reason I brought it up, because I have a few customers at my shop that swear by the C-cell coils. They really like the low wattage capabilities, and they last longer, you know, than a lot. And I would say I'd put them on almost the same level as a mesh coil for lasting as long. Just kind of, I'm really curious about ceramic. Maybe
I've had a few tanks in with ceramics and stuff like that, but they are more lower wattage, aren't they?
No, not really, because you got the EUC cores for the Taro Nano. They run up to like 70 watts, and it's a tiny coil.
Yeah.
And yes, UL made their ceramic coil claims in 2017 because they couldn't get it right. But, or for instance, maybe another school of thought here is like the everlasting coil, essentially. So all you would have to replace is the cotton bit. Like, even for a amateur builder, you could have a heating element that would last forever, and all you need to replace is one piece of wick. And
But
for
again,
something, especially in America right now, that's would be something that people might be interested in, considering the nature of what's going on with the bans. And not a lot of people want to get into rebuildable hardware. People like me are going to have an easy time because I have mech mods. I can get batteries. I can even still get juice if I wanted to, or make my own. And I would probably end up just doing 0 milligram because then I wouldn't have to even worry about the nicotine part. But for the smokers and people like that wouldn't be able to get their hands on new coils or anything like that, I feel like being able to go and take a cotton ball and shove it through this forever lasting piece, that might be something people would be interested in.
but you'd have to clean the coil off because it would get gunked up. It wouldn't
Right.
last
But I'm
forever.
saying, I think who did it? Pioneer for You or something like that did a like tungsten heating element.
Oh yeah, the heating
Yeah.
element, and you just shoved the coil in, snipped it, job done. I had one of them. It was
Right.
on the IPv3.
Right.
But what you've got to start thinking about there, though, is, Nick, if you go back years and years ago, back into 60s, even 50s, 60s, 70s, your washing machine lasted you for 20 years. Stuff was built to last. But obviously, companies then worked out in their head that if they make something that's going to last forever, they're never going to buy a new product. That's why your washing machine breaks after 3 years or 5 years. Or
But on the flip
But
side of that, the way that they can make money is charge more for something that's going to last longer.
yeah, but you're not going to make as much money if somebody's buying it every 4 weeks than if somebody's going to have to buy a new part for it for every other year.
But
That is
then,
what
but
happened
then you
here.
gain a good reputation for having solid, sturdy stuff. It
Mate,
might cost
that's
a
where
bit
Hot
more.
Point made their stuff on. I know I'm going on to washing machines and cookers and stuff like that, but if you go back to them days, they lasted forever, but they all worked on that corporate thing of, don't make things last forever, you're going to change it.
But okay, on your argument there, Aiden, washing machines have massively improved over the years because they used to be just a drum with a motor, and you just set the thing and just it would do its thing. Nowadays, they're controlled by computers, and a perfect example of that is when our basement flooded and the washing machine broke because the motherboard of the washing machine is down towards the bottom, and it literally the water came up and fried the motherboard.
That's
So we
only
had to
that's
get-
only on the US version because they know that
Hey,
shit's
see,
going to
ours is at
happen.
the top. Ours is at the top. Now, I totally get where you're coming from. But if you can send something all the way to a planet that takes all them years to get there, and then it lands down on there, and them circuit boards work perfectly fine when it lands, and sends pictures all the way back here, then I'm sure you can find a washing machine that's going to last longer than 5 years. Because the average washing machine lasts about 5 years if you got a good one. If you could send a board out all them miles away to another planet, you can certainly make sure your washing machine works more than 3 to 5 years.
You know that
Is that the testing standard? You have to send one to like Mars or the moon or
Yeah,
something?
send a hot point all the way to Mars.
Aiden will be there waiting to take delivery of it.
Spin dry, spin dry.
Spin dry.
Like, that's like flat screen TVs. They only have an average expected lifespan of 5 years. If you get more than 5 years out of your TV, you fucking on a bonus.
Well, you've got to look at vape gear. They give you absolutely no warranty, really, do they? I think some of them are 3 months, some of them are 6 months. I don't know if so many companies do it any more than that, but there's not a lot of warranty on them, is there?
No,
Mate,
it's like Lee Evans, isn't it?
Warranty with vape gear pisses me the fuck off.
It's like Lee Evans' fucking joke, isn't it? It's bulletproof, bomb-proof. Do you want the extended warranty?
It's like the people who heal people with hands and they give you a free half an hour. Well, look, if you're going to heal me, I'm getting a free half an hour. Why do I need to come back?
I could
Get it
fucking
done.
heal you with my hands. It's not a fucking problem.
That
That's
sounds
the last
dirty.
thing I need, that, innit?
All the power comes through breasts, though, so that's where you have to focus your energy.
For me, ching and chai.
I'm focusing.
So, yeah, basically, it's they make stuff to break. That's just the long and short of it.
That's just my opinion. I just think that's how the world's gone. I just remember back into the 80s and stuff like that, where things seemed to last longer than what they do now.
Yeah, it's like there are no repairmen anymore. You know, I wonder if it was the market dictated that or the skills dictated that, because you know, just like there's no more TV repairmen and washing machine repairmen, there's a disposable kind of mentality with everything nowadays. It's
But
like,
the-
it lasted
But
5
the thing
years.
is, like back then, like you had to have someone to repair stuff. Like now, you can just buy whatever you want off of Fleabay and repair the shit yourself, and it's
Yeah,
a
some
fraction
people.
of the cost.
It got rid of a lot. There used to be, like you said, a telly man, didn't they? You'd fix your television if it were broke, and you had a video. It would say person to do your videos and stuff. Then there were a washing machine man, and
Remember when your dad used to have all those tools?
The vacuum man.
He'd get it. He'd try it
Vacuum
himself
man.
and fail, and then
then
he'd have
end
to
up with
call.
like loads of screws left and washers in his hand, and he'd be like, "Why is that not working properly?"
Yeah.
It worked for 10 minutes.
The vacuum man.
The good old days.
What a sucker.
Is it me, or I don't know if it's because obviously I've hit 40. I felt so much happier. Obviously, I was younger, but I thought the world were a lot more happier. You know, like 80s sort of time, and I know people are going further forward. Nowadays, it's just so the price of everything. It's just such a drag. Is it just age?
Yeah, you became just desensitized to everything, and just like everything's just what it is now.
Come on, mate. I'm not fucking dying. I'm only 40.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, no, but I feel the same way because nowadays it's just like, you just miss the 80s. That's what I think. It was the hair and the outfits, the spandex. I
Dad,
miss all that.
the 80s was bliss. He was born in the 90s, the knob.
I wasn't born in 90s. Who were born in 90s?
Dan Demir.
No.
The 80s was bliss.
Yeah, I was there in the 80s for 3 years.
The Muppets.
I briefly remember Michael Jackson.
Top in the balls.
Cup in the ball.
So, seeing as how we're coming up to the top of the hour, Mo.
I'm so excited about this week's fucking clip.
Well, why don't
Top
you
of
set
the
us
hour.
up
We didn't
then?
start till 20 past.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
can run
go a
over
little
bit
bit
more, we're
over.
gonna run over a little
I
bit
will
more.
tell you how long we've been going because it is on my. We've been going 48 minutes and 34 seconds.
Oh, not near nearly then.
Oh, there we are. We are almost touching cloth. Right, here we go. So, this is the... There we go. Right, so the voice clip this week, I will get the sound shared. Let me turn this down. This one is... Let me turn it down because Jay's got fucking headphones on. Don't worry, I'm not playing it yet.
This
What?
one you look like Princess Leia.
The Princess Leia. Ooh, baby. Right, so here we go. This one is a clip from the Women's World Cup final. Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited.
Towards White, Papaji from behind. That's a free kick to England. Well played, Ellen White, because she went early, she planted her feet in the ground, and she knew she was going to get the right old hammering from behind, and she did.
Yes.
He actually thought about what he was going to say. A right old hammering from behind.
Here we go, and go play it again for you people that missed it.
Towards White, Papaji from behind. That's a free kick to England. Well played, Ellen White, because she went early, she planted her feet in the ground, and she knew she was going to get the right old hammering from behind, and she did.
Oh, good
And she
show.
did.
Plenty in the tank.
Plenty in the tank, sir. She did get a hammering from behind. There we
I thought
go.
about it for a full second.
It's
Like, should I say it?
There was a pause there, right? I'm not just thinking things up, am I?
No.
He definitely thought about it before he said it.
He thought, sod it, I'm going to get away with it.
So
She
that was
planted the feet on the floor and took it right from behind.
It was like the penetrating the Italian box. That was another good one from the football. Ah, they're fucking brilliant. I can't wait for next week's clip. It's even better.
And you got another one.
Oh, really,
Go on.
dude? Come on,
Treat
then.
the viewers. Treat the viewers.
All right. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves.
He sounded like he was imagining it.
into the folder.
Right from behind.
You know
Did
you
I
want
see
to
Benny Babes?
170, 170, 170.
£2.50, £2.50, £2.
10 pence, 10 pence, £50. Fuck it, 170, 170.
What's that? Has to be two
all right. Seems as we don't have any memes, I'm going to play another voice clip for you. And this one is from the Horse Racing News. It's a little bit of a celebratory one. This is good. This is really good. Nick, oh man. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm going to jump straight into it. So this is from the Horse Racing News. Here we go.
And jockey Paddy Brennan has clocked up his 1,000th jumps win in Britain and Ireland. He was riding Colin's sister.
Colin used to be his best mate.
Yeah. I'll play it again for you.
And jockey Paddy Brennan has clocked up his 1,000th jumps win in Britain and Ireland. He was riding Colin's sister.
He took her over the last furlong.
He did. Yes, indeed.
It was really good when she planted her feet and he took her from behind.
Give her a good old hammering.
Started with a gentle gallop and went for hell for leather for the final stretch. Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
Just like David Harris. The best thing about it is, you know, Colin sat there working in the yard and saying, do you know what? My sister's always wants to be named after a horse.
Oh,
It's Colin's sister. Proper looks like it. She got a right beak on her.
She's got a good set of gnashes and all.
Good girl, good girl.
Yeah, steady on, steady on.
What's your Twitch channels? Woo. So it's J _ LVC, I think.
Those were the voice clips for this week. Stay tuned next week for more listening pleasure.
Absolutely
never
corking,
disappoint.
Mark.
They was
Corking.
fucking amazing.
Yay! I'm so happy. I love this segment of the show. It's so good.
Just a couple of bits before we finish. What's that show that Stan's on? That just been on?
the high-end vape forum?
Yeah, just a couple of questions on that. They were obviously talking about clones and what people's thoughts of clones. I know we've touched on this before. What's your thought on it, Nick? What's your thought on people buying clones and stuff like that?
Cheers, Dan.
So, we've talked about this time and time and time again. Basically, my whole school of thought on this is if it's a safe device that's a clone of another that is, obviously very expensive and people want it, then they should be able to get it. Let's say, for example, purge mods, they're very expensive. As long as it's a decent, safe clone, fine. But if it's unsafe whatsoever or the materials are iffy, I say no. And if it's a styled device, like if it's inspired by...
Styled. I like the word styled.
Right. So, for instance, I mentioned this one earlier with the drop-dead airflow. I mean, straight up drop-dead airflow. Let's face it. Top down, just like it. And then the deck has the little ceramic bit that pushes up on your cotton, just like the profile. I mean, technically speaking, it's not a clone because it's two different RDAs smashed into one. But what RDA isn't a clone or a copy or takes inspiration from something else?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't care. I mean, you're talking about a $30 device. People are going to buy it or they're not. If it's $120 and you can't afford it and you get a clone or a styled device that's $20 or $30, fine, go for it.
Obviously, you're all friends with Stan and stuff like that. Obviously, he does the Dreamer. What about the people at the end of the product? The ones people who've designed it and put the effort into it, and what's the sort of the moral stance on it?
Well, see, it's kind of tricky for me because I don't have an actual product out, so I could care less, But for someone like Stan, when his stuff gets cloned, I'm sure he doesn't really care because his true fans and following will buy the original, and his stuff isn't that crazy expensive. But for someone like, Jay Hayes, his products are very limited and or expensive, and a lot of people can't get their hands on the originals. So if one of his products gets cloned, I'm sure he has a shit fit about it. But I feel like people should be able to get their hands on something that's like one of his products if they like the design, but they just literally cannot get it.
Yeah, it was, like you said, them, especially them expensive ones. It were a lot of people did. I know TVP did it for a while. He did a lot of clones on his channel, and obviously YouTube jumped on top of that. A lot of people were saying the clones were just as good as what, because a lot of people say as well that the clones are coming off of the same conveyor belt in a lot of places. We'll keep so many of them, we'll sell so many of them.
Yeah, I reckon it's the guy. Oh, can I have overtime this week? No, you can't. Well, fuck you. I'll take these dodgy fuckers that the threads wasn't quite so good on. I'll clean them up and I'll sell them myself.
Well, we were talking about obviously the pod systems were actually at Expo. There was actually people selling the same pods on there, like the Pens design with the same name on them.
No. What about them ones that we see? The fucking Vinci and the fucking mate, the Vinci, the Vupu Vinci and the fucking RPM. We went to one or two Chinese vendors, and they had exactly the same things, but without the names on.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
And we can't not talk about our friends. Now, they were sort of like the Chinese Anton Deck, right? And what they'd done was they sort of turned up on this stand. I can't remember what company it was. And they had these throwawayable pods. And it was like just a stick size, and you had so many puffs on it and threw it away. So this bloke's come through, tasted them, and got all the flavours. Every single flavour were wrong. One were tobacco, one were orange, but they had stickers on for watermelon. It's like, how the hell have you done this?
He goes, I just put them on. This one is Lucky Dip.
No, they were Chinese, not Indian.
Oh, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a good giggle.
Before.
Lucky Dip.
You said
I've had that before at a stand.
Oh, shit, it was funny as fuck.
There was a lot of them like that.
But the thing is, what he's not telling you is, he sat there and tried to figure out what they was.
It was sort of like something like Chris Tarrant's show or something like that. You've got 10 minutes to find out what every flavour is in the pod.
Yeah, right. If you get it right, then you win the whole line.
Yeah. He's going, it's not a mango. This is definitely not a mango.
Yeah.
It's not a mango. I love mango, and this is not a mango.
It's not a fucking mango, mate.
It were a tobacco.
And that's when he turned around and said, oh, yeah, they're just random stickers. I was like, no fucking shit.
Could have been worse. Could have been like vomit flavor or something.
Oh, that would be good.
Surprise.
Oh, imagine.
So good. Surprise! Just another little story while we're there. Obviously, you've all seen the stuff from Chris and that about the lift, which they said they were actually at the expo, but I didn't actually see them. But apparently, they came in the bags that you got for the VIP. We went to a stand. What was they called? I think have you got them with you?
Yeah, Zin. This Zin.
Now, obviously, you use these a lot, don't you, Jay?
Yeah,
you
I do.
Use them when you go. So that very one, I went, I've used the lift ones, which I used them when we first got them in Jam. When we were all at Jam. And I put it in my mouth, and I got dry mouth. We've been walking around for a while. I've not had a drink.
And he choked.
Stuck it in the top. Oh, like that. And then I got this like citrusy burning, and I thought I was going to be sick. So I had to take it out and put it back in the top and have a drink. But theirs didn't really burn, but you left yours in for a long time, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So did it burn you? Did you have anything off of the Zan one?
No.
Or Zin?
Mm-mm.
But obviously the Life I've used before. I don't know if it's still here, the packet, but I had no problem with the packet, the Life I had before.
Your old life.
Did you have you had any of these problems with the lift?
What problems?
Well, what's happened is M's done like a test on the THC paper, is that right? Not THC paper, Liptus paper, isn't it? Where you do the
paper.
Litmus paper. It's litmus paper, isn't it?
Litmus paper.
Cheers, Vic. Yeah, go on.
So what you do then is they test like the acidity to it, alkalines, all that bit, and it's come out that it's like really like bleach. They didn't have the warnings on them and all the stuff, not telling you the nicotine or anything like that. Now, on the other pods, I can't find it myself. I looked for it earlier.
I can't find it. Oh, poor little man.
It was down here. It was down here.
It's under your belly, Aidan.
Mine never actually personally burnt me.
So my whole stance on this is I have used this for a while. Okay. This is General Swedish Snus. And it's a portion tobacco. So it's literally little cellulose pouches, which is a natural fiber. It's a plant-based fiber. So they are biodegradable with pasteurized tobacco inside. And you can swallow the liquid, your spit, and you can swallow that. And you can even swallow the entire packet if you really had to for some random reason. Now, that being said, the lid, there's two lids. There's a little top lid here that opens up so you can put used portions in there and keep those if you can't find a trash can or whatever you guys call it, rubbish, whatever.
Bin.
Bin, yes, thank you. And it's just this little package. It's just like those pouches, except they're tobacco and not Nick salts inside. And my question is, why do we need something when we already have something that works and is proven and it's actually been approved in the US for a modified risk tobacco product, which is mind blowing.
We can't get that, can we?
I realize you can't get that.
That's why we got to put up with this fake malarkey.
But you can create the argument that you guys need that. There's a huge push for EU for snus. I'm a member of a few snus groups on Facebook.
Yeah, NNA was doing a lot to push that.
Right. It's proven to be like safer for you because it doesn't have the same effects as like chewing tobacco does, where you put it in your bottom lip. This one, you put it in your upper lip. Doesn't pool doesn't pool saliva in your bottom lip. It doesn't have the gum disease effects or anything like that, because normally with chewed tobacco, you take a chunk of it and you just put it in your bottom lip and it just sits there against your gum and irritates it. And you have to spit it because the stuff isn't balanced for your body. Basically, it's not pH balanced, so it becomes acidic or whatever. So, but the snus, it works, man. I'm telling you, I've used it for years. It works great. And for some reason, countries all over the place have banned it and all that and put restrictions on it for no good reason. And then you come up with a solution to that by being able to sell these nicotine salt packages, but these have their own set of issues, obviously. So I just don't understand why your country can't get it together.
Have you used any of them, Nick?
I have tried the Nick Salt packages. I've even tried recently the ones from the big tobacco companies. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. First of all, they're only 4 milligrams per packet, which is nothing. Like the General Snus is usually like 12 milligrams per pouch. So for me, that will give me like a good feeling, give me not a buzz, but it'll get me by when I can't vape. Like I use it on the planes all the time.
It fucking buzzed Aidan out.
I did, yeah. I went white. Now, one of the biggest things that Chris was bringing up, which I think is a fantastic thing that he's brought up, is not only obviously what's inside them and the way they're all made, was basically the actual packaging. Now, this one has got the warnings on the back about nicotine and all that stuff. But if you think about your children, they've got that little bit at the top, which is so simple just to pull open, and it's like that. If you've been putting your used ones in there, now, obviously, we should be adults that don't leave things around, but kids do get into stuff.
Oh, you're fucking right. It's not childproof.
It's not childproof. Nothing's on it childproof. So then you've got the open bit. You can just literally pull it off of this like that, and then you're open to the full bag. But you can eat. They could eat all them.
Fucking hell.
That's not safe. So really, that must not have gone through anything in the UK for safety. It's got the warnings about obviously tobacco it contains nicotine.
See,
But that's about it. It's a level 4.
see, these ones that are here, these ones are the powder ones. I don't normally use them. I normally use the gum ones.
I wonder.
But they do
if
normally
it's-
tingle.
Was there a sticker on it that like went around the seal?
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you didn't take that off, you wouldn't be able to get in it.
But literally, I just
Right.
broke that just by doing that. I didn't have to peel nothing. I just went like that. Look, I've got one here. I'll show you.
So I peeled the sticker off this one, but usually there's a sticker that goes on the seam, and
Right,
the second
so-
you break that, then it's not child safe.
Look, so that there is
But it's not
sealed.
child safe if you got to open it to use
Well,
it.
it's also not child safe if you eat the whole can
Right,
too,
look.
Aiden.
So that's all sealed, yeah? Watch how easy this is.
All in one, just the whole
Done.
puck.
No, what I'm on about is children. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm on about children getting into it.
No, I meant like this.
Yeah.
Well, you know me, it'll fit Nick.
Don't do it. Fucking do.
It's a hockey puck.
I never thought of that.
Through that.
That's confirmed. Aiden can fit a hockey puck in his mouth. Okay.
Only
many
if
pool
her
balls?
name's Belinda.
That's not all.
Hey, come on, we shared a room. Don't be sending them rumours out, bro.
Oh. And on that note,
Well, I'm saying that is not child safe, and it's obviously not gone through any testing in the UK to be able to send that out. You've got to think out why the reason we're down to 10ml bottles.
Because each one of those packets is 4
Milligram.
mg. Not the whole 10ml bottle.
Now,
Yeah.
each
you
packet
eat
is
some of them,
4.
you kids.
Interesting. I think the 4 milligram things are nothing. To me, it's nothing because I've snoozed for so long that doesn't really affect me. 12
Yeah,
milligram,
but
you
I'd
get
like-
a nice little buzz at first, but then it just tapers down and
But
feels
I'd like
nice.
to see you put as many of them in your gob as you could.
Yeah,
listen,
it's not
there-
food pastel.
Chubby
So
bunny.
there-
Chubby bunny.
there is a snooze out there called Siberia, which is a 20 milligram pouch. Each pouch is 20 milligram.
Wow.
And I've done 2 of them at the same time, and I almost threw up.
Double dropped.
Fuck.
It was rough. I felt that got me white and just ill and not pleasant.
Why
That's
have you
what I
got,
did.
why is my brain thinking I need to try that?
No,
Don't do it.
we don't condone that kind of behaviour,
Snooze
people.
challenge.
Yes, make sure you use these properly. Or in fact, just don't use them at all until we know exactly what's in them and what they're actually tested. If they're not doing the boxes right, obviously there's not very much that's gone through the. Do they have to go through the TPD for this?
Well,
Might be able to
it's
go.
fucking nicotine.
See,
Yeah, I
you've,
like to double
you've got to think when the ICOS first come out, they were saying that it was actually underneath the what did they say? Tobacco, novelty tobacco product.
Novelty tobacco. That's a
That's-
trip.
Yeah, it's just a play on words to get around the rules and regulations, and it. That's all that was.
Well,
Definitely.
I mean, the bans and everything over in the U.S. are basically paving the way for ICOS to take over.
Of course they are. They're lining
Yeah.
pockets right now.
Damn straight.
But let's not end it on a low note here, gentlemen. We'll talk about advocacy another time. At least you guys are free to do what you want. And by the way, Jay, I'll be over in a few hours, and I will live in your cabin.
That's going to be fun.
There's a mini fridge.
Everything I need.
He's got the soundproof in there because he sleeps and people can't hear him fucking snoring.
He's not that bad, really. He just holds his breath for about 6 hours.
That ain't good. He's
Oh, he does, yeah, proper. And
Well,
then
I'm
he
not
gasps.
surprised why you got your fucking balls in me gob.
hey, cut the balls, cut the balls.
You won't snooze. You won't snooze. Have these, your son. Go on, get in there. Woohoo!
Speaking of double dipping
Teabag, teabag.
and teabagging, Jay, I believe we're going live over on Twitch. right
Hell
after this.
yeah. Get ready
Gonna
for
play
it.
some Modern Warfare.
Get ready for COD Rage.
Get ready for the rage.
COD
Get ready for the raging.
Mate, Nick last week was unbelievable. This is an impression.
man.
This is an impression of Nick. Fucking hell! Fuck! 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 What the fuck? Fuck! 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 This game is shit! Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
That's pretty accurate, actually.
And then
To his Twitch channel, so you can see all.
I lagged out, and then I joined the game again. I was on the other team, and I threw a grenade from halfway across the map. Boom! And it got Nick jumping out of a window. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
And the reality is just been killed by a 12-year-old kid from Scotland.
Yeah. That says, "Gives a swatty a fanny."
And it just blows your mind.
Oh, that was close. Fucking hell, that was close.
I thought we were going to see a spit take from Mo.
Yeah, that's why I had to dive off. I was like, no.
Zan, hit me up on my messenger with your Activision account, and I'll add you.
Right, are we going to wrap this shit up?
Yep.
What do you think it is? Christmas? Got another 2 months yet, mate.
I
Oh,
love Christmas.
not over
Can't
here.
wait
It's
for my
already
beer
Christmas
advent
over
calendar.
here.
Yes, indeed, beer advent calendar. I'm so excited.
Oh, we
I might
can't-
do like a mini beer stream every day for the 12 days of
Oh,
Christmas.
that
or
would be
the
so
12
cool.
Years of Christmas.
That would be
So it'll be
cool.
purely just one beer per day
Modern
on the
Warfare
beer stream.
2? We're playing the new Modern Warfare 2019.
Yes.
That'd be so cool. Mini beer segment, everything every day. Wow.
So I'm going to kick it off then and say our goodbyes because we have run over a little bit. But it's been good fun. It's been a good show, as always, with you lads. It's been fucking awesome. Voice clips are fucking cracking. Love it. I know we didn't have any memes, but
Mate, you've got to pull that out of the bag to top that off from next week.
I've got a cracking one for next week.
Riding Colin's sister.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. It
Plants
was
his
so
feet on the
good.
floor.
But yeah, thank you to everybody in chat who has tuned in tonight. I love each and every single one of you. And to the lovely moderators, keeping an eye on things, making sure everything is hunky-dory. So I will pass it off to Jay.
Hello, be seeing you. But yes,
Be seeing you.
thank you very much for tuning in. As always, this show is nothing without you. Thank you very much for my co-host, and fuck you, Mike, because you could have got on here.
Yeah, Mike, you lightweight.
Yeah, you fucking lightweight. But anyway, get well soon, brother. See, it proves you're getting old. You're getting old. Old. Hold. You're getting a hold of it. It proves you're
He's getting a hold of it now, is he?
It proves you're getting
Getting hold of
old
it.
when you can't come on the fucking show after a fucking... He didn't even finish the bottle. There was about that much in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Pussy boy. But anyway, thanks, guys. Been awesome. Thanks to my lovely co-host. Thanks to my spangers. You're all excellent and amazing. See you next week. Pass it over to Mo, bro.
He's already done it.
I've already done
Go on, Aiden.
Big love to everybody. You're an absolute bunch of stars. Without you, we are nothing. Thank you very much to the Spanners for making sure we are all nice and safe. We'll be back next week, same time, same bat channel. Make sure you come and join us at 8 p.m. on a Sunday. It's the only place to be. It's SAVS. Yes, it is. And I'll pass it straight over to the wonderful Nick.
Am I blue yet? I thought I was going to be blue.
Right, and we're out.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Every fucking time. I'm glad it wasn't my turn this time.
Guys, join us for a little after show fun and lots of swearing on my Twitch channel and Jay's Twitch channel. We're going to be probably co-streaming, right?
Right.
So it'll be fun. All right, now I've gone blue. Yay!
Yes, Smith.
Dabba dabba die.
I'll see you guys over there. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, one and all.
Piss flaps.
Piss flaps.
Big and hips, big and hips.
Where did it end?